the third row of the grid, so they've all shuffled themselves about. It's Leonardo Canayutu who's locked down by the looks of it, the car number 29, and he's leading place. There's a point start there. We then obviously by the looks of it, half down the window, can't see the camera, so it's all about work. Sorry about that, we've got next to it now. Where someone's gone off down at Oggies, but rejoined the back of the Coopers, so that's good news for them. They'll be delayed slightly in the running order, but through to complete lap number 1, that's what we can see, is the final corner, Coram and Murray's, and at the head of it is the number that's Nolan up to 30, ahead of number 47, which is James Goodall. They go now up towards the first corner. James Goodall trying to look at the inside line in towards Richie's corner, but Danny can hold him to third place. As that goes through, the leaders of the Coopers now come back into our sight as well through Murray's, and there's no change in the first 3 positions. We've got someone else off on the grass through Coram. On the inside there, they're going to lose 3 or 4 places. They'll try and work out who that is as they come back through, but they're trying to gain those back through the outside of Murray's. Dominic Wheatley leads, second for William Walker with Coopers, third is number 94, fourth place number 2 is James Hillary, and fifth is number 20, which is Charlie Mann. Good stuff there, as across the line, one place number 4, Michael Paul, so he was off through Coram, but has rejoined, which is good to see. The other one that was off at the end of the first lap was number 10 by the looks of it, Bradley Gravitt. He's dropped a load of places from where he started on the grid, so Bradley has got back up, but he lost a load of places there, and as we said, through Oggies on that first lap, so they all go through. Richard Law is still your leader by 1.4 seconds, it was at the line, so that's quite substantial over Rob Austin as they head their way on towards Oggies once again. Is that still the same gap? The gap's coming down actually. We've got an inch second, no, that's the fight for second between Rob Austin and Sammy Bowler. So Sammy's really going well in these wet conditions. He's pulled away now from James Goodall, who she was under attack from, remember, in towards Richie's corner. So Sammy's now onto the coattails of Rob Austin as they head their way on towards the Bentley Straight. For the Coopers, still Dominic Wheatley ahead of Lydia Walmsley. What's the gap there? It's about, let's have a look, 1.5 seconds. So yeah, about the same as Cooper S's, to be fair. So both of the gaps out front are the same in both classes. Third place of Josh Porter. It's all action for fourth place though, so that gap is closing down. And then behind that, if anyone gets it, about a 6-star straight. All searching towards the right-hander and Oggies. Some of them running wide onto the grass possibly and so that car again will rejoin, but will struggle to do so in the gloomy conditions down there. The grass gets wet from weather as well, you know, practically what's there of the power their way back onto the circuit, but yeah, it's all action behind the likes of the top 4 in the Coopers. You've got Charlie Mann, as you said, in 5th. We've got 6th place at number 23 as they went through. That's the car behind that, then after that, then down the bottom, just in at number 61, out of the car, those 2. I'm trying to work out both of them, but the championship, down now, Rob Austin in second place with 9.5 minutes to go. What's happening with the Coopers? Well, there could possibly be a change for the leagues. I think no, Dominic Wheatley's there. I think that's one of the Cooper S's. Yeah, that's just pulled out of the way, so no worries there. Dominic Wheatley still leads. The gap is about the same between him and Lydia Warmington in second. Third is still Josh Porter. For fourth is now the 2 cars together. Charlie Mann has caught up with James Hillary and could possibly make a move in towards the first corner. So here comes Charlie looking to the inside line, then back to the outside, but it looks like that James Hillary has got that covered for now as they turn through Richie's corner. So every time that Charlie Mann makes a move, James Hillary goes to defend that move and keep 4th place in the Coopers as they work their way up towards the Wilson hairpin. Behind them, by the way, still the likes of Lee Pearson, Ben Kasperzak, Harry Nunn, Alex Neville, and then number 5 is the next one through, which is Nikki Taylor. Archie O'Brien, who's second in the championship, is way down. I think it's about 10th place in the Coopers there, so he's not going to be scoring as many points as he'd have hoped for. So Archie O'Brien not getting to grips with these conditions and didn't, as we said, have the best of the qualifying sessions. He started down on row number 8, which was 16th place, so he's made up positions, which is good, but still he needs to make up a few more to be on terms with Ben Kasperzak, who of course is the leader of the championship. as they battle for what's going to be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place by the looks of it. So yeah, the likes of Leo, Paddy U2's in there. I think we've got the likes as well of the championship leader, Ben Castellan, trying to carve his way through. There's 4 all as one, and they head down towards Hamilton now for the 3rd time at basket. Trying to pick up that one. Ahead of it, number 61 by the looks of it. So having gone through the head of that battle, behind them now is going to be number 20, I think it is, yeah. So 20 is then Charlie Mann, who's possibly dropped back in the order, but the one making the places was number 61, Harry Nunn. So he's now gone through up into the top 6 places of the Coopers. As I said, he's the one who needs to make up points from 7th in the championship. He needs to be ahead of the likes of Ben Kasperzak, he needs to be ahead of Archie O'Brien, which he is. The likes of Senior, Dominic Scott, he's not ahead of that. So he wants to be first, second, and third place. It is looking to score him match the points in the races. The races go to once again on the back of the floor. Get that top of the gun, and the one hand of the one. Quite a few tenths of a second from off it, so between those two, but now she's caught by the 3rd place man, which is Josh Porter. So Josh, who lies 5th in the championship, looking for what's going to be his, at the minute, third place of the season. He wants to get his first, 2nd place of the year. We'll have to wait and see if he can do that. Here comes the fight for what's going to be 6th place now. Alex Neville has gone his tail, Harry Nunn. So Nunn did make it through, but Neville's now got through in car number 16. So they go hammer and tong for what's going to be 6th place. Lee Pearce is in 8th place, Ben Kasperzak is 9th, and Archie O'Brien now up into 10th place, so he's on the tail of his championship rival. So if he can get ahead of him, that means he'll score a few more points than Ben Kasperzak and close that 7-point margin down. So I think the championship, definitely after this race, is going to be a lot closer than what we had before the weekend. There's a car going up to Richie's with its boot lid open, which is never good. That may be called pit lane for too much longer. I didn't quite catch which car that was, but the boot was definitely up. It'll be with a reduced speed, which might help blow it back down, but not to the extent of closing it. So that car will be venturing, I'm sure, to the pit lane for too much longer. Second Coopers, we have been back now by Josh Porter. So Josh is on the coattails of Lydia Walmsley. They go through Hamilton, nose to tail. Gap will close down on the brakes towards the right hander at Oggy, and Josh Porter now can possibly make it on this lap. He's going to get a good run down the bend straight, and then he may launch an attack in towards the left-hander of Brundle and Nelson. Someone really off the track there with Hamilton, sorry, Oggy, that fight between Charlie Mann and by the looks of things, well, James Hill, I think they've been caught by Alex Neville, who was 1.9 seconds back. So if that's the case, then Alex Neville's done a great job to catch up in the Coopers. The man who sat in 6th place, he's also got company, as we said, across the line, Harry Nunn in car number 61, so he's going very hard from where he started on the grid. And back on the track around car number 5, that's Taylor, so I think he'll have to come in this time. Sorted out in rest of safety. Let's go through once more. No real change. That's 6 points per race, so for that, try and get past that, so try and hold on to that close, that gap race number 1 and that's race number 2 he had, and which was too good, but race number 1 was the one who got 2nd place in. Here we go once again with the Gangle pack across the line. James Hillary broke away. Then we've got Charlie Mann now under attack from Harry Nunn. Harry Nunn's on the outside line up towards Richie's corner. This could be job done for Harry to get himself up into what now potentially will be 5th place in class. He's still on the outside line, but he's got the job done there on the exit of Richie's corner. So Harry Nunn goes to 5th. Charlie Mann now dropping places down to 6th. Ben Kasperzak is not too far adrift in car number 35, so Ben could be another one to gain places on the run up towards Wilson Hairpin. He's managed to pull away from his nearest rival in the championship, Archie O'Brien. He's put a car between himself and Archie, and that being number 23, which is Lee Pearce. So there's now a car between them, which means Ben will gain a few more points. A few minutes ago, it looked like Archie O'Brien was going to make that place and move ahead of him possibly in the championship, but at the minute, still going to be late to that pace. They'll not for them, that's the second between William Walkley and Josh Porter. It's up slightly now, so I thought Josh would hurry right down the bend straight and lap it go, but that hasn't quite worked out. So Lydia's looking comfortable on at the minute for second place. This will be her second of the year so far. But she's still looking at a big win in the challenge. Up for one of the focus circuits, one of the famous circuits, looking up the result he got last year. She wants to get, as we said, that win. Actually, so rightly deserves. We go 3 wide through Oggies. Hopefully that works as they turn now out to Williams, and then perhaps sort themselves out down the Bentley straight. But yeah, as I said, hopefully that will all work its way out as the race leader overall with the Cooper S's. Dan Butcher-Lord going through, and now on to the last lap. Less than lap time to go in this race. Over 2 minutes on the clock, lap time about 2 minutes 29. And so yeah, we're going to be on to the last lap of the Cooper S's. Very shortly on to the last lap for the Coopers as well. Now working our way the Coopers through the bottom. The end of the race, but don't really away from everyone else. We haven't got the 4th place man into Corn as of yet. And then obviously then after that with about 4 cars on his rear included at the minute. One of those going to make a massive move down the inside line in towards Murray, because that's the only kind of used to it. What's doing before that was a massive move, and they came to Murray, and that car shorted up for about 10th place inside the top 7 now. It comes through. That car is going to be, it's Neville by the looks of it.